Hi everyone, Lisa Haven here. Well, if you're anything like me, you're probably sick and tired of the Democratic Party and the mainstream media making everything a race issue. Well, today you're about to find out that they've literally taken it way too far. In fact, a leftist organization has published a website that is completely dedicated to exposing racism. In fact, they've published not only the names, but also the addresses and locations of everyone who they deem as a racist. And trust me, it's likely if you watch my channel, then you've made the list. In fact, pretty much every single one of my family members who support President Trump are on the list. But don't take my word for it. Let me take you to the actual website itself. Real quick, I want to give a shout out to my partner at preparewithlisa.com. If you do not have food storage, I want to encourage you to please make sure you have some on hand, especially in the event of some kind of disaster. But right now, they've got great discounts on both the 2 and 4 week food supply. On the 2 week, you can get $70 off, and on the 4 week, you can get $100 off. So check it out at preparewithlisa.com. All right, so let's go over to this website. You can see right here, the website is called racist.watch. Now, let me give you kind of the 411 on it, but basically what this organization or person has basically done is said, okay, if you've ever donated or financially supported President Trump, then you by definition are a racist and supporting a racist president. No joke. So this website has literally named everyone who has given any money ever to the president of the United States. So any financial funding for his donation. And you can see here, they've obviously done this as a negative attack against President Trump and his supporters. Do your neighbors support a president that promotes racism and hate speech is the very article here. And you can see how they show his mad face. And then they go search by location. Literally, they're encouraging you to search your neighbors and basically mistreat them, because what else would be the reason? Mistreat them if they support the president of the United States of America. And I also want to show you this. This is the ones who put it together. Data has been provided courtesy of the FEC.gov, the Federal Election Commission of the United States of America. Now, you can see it's privately owned and it's not affiliated with any government agencies. At least that is what they're stating there. But my little, I guess, information on this is basically, I think they're trying to incite more racism here in the United States. There really is no other reason. And quite frankly, I don't see how they're doing this legally. So it upsets me that they've even done something like this. However, I think we Americans can turn the tables on them, because what you're about to find out is a whole hell of a lot of people support the president of the United States of America. And it gives me a heck of a lot of hope for the 2020 election. Not only that, but maybe we should use it to find other people in our neighborhoods who are like-minded and hook up with those people. So let's get into it so you can see what I'm talking about. First, you can look and browse by name. So I'm just going to click on one of these letters here. And this is what comes up. Just a list of people's names, where they're located, all of that. So all this information, or this is just a list of last names, is one way you can find it. Another way that you can find it is plugging in the zip code or the street address. I mean, this thing gets really personal, so there's a lot that I can't show you. But let's start first with Phoenix, Arizona. So I've pre-plugged this in, but here we are in Phoenix. Look how many people just in this area alone. And this is just the people. You can see Phoenix there a little bit. We're all in the whole entire Phoenix area. But this is how many people have supported the president just in this area alone. But what about other areas? Well, let's check out Austin, Texas here. Here's the map for the area in Austin. You can see Austin right here, but these are people who support in the Austin area. I mean, this is a whole lot of people donating, and it's not just Austin. Let's go over here to another area, Little Rock. Basically, we have Arkansas in this area, and you can push it out, right? And do a search area here, you know, however you want to do that. But look at all this red. Let's go over here to another area. This one here, New Orleans. And I was surprised we even have a lot in New Orleans. I mean, this is amazing. But again, I've stretched out. Once you push out, you can look at more areas. And I've just pulled up a couple here. Here we have an area of Florida here. You can see Tampa, Florida. This is south of Tampa, Florida, but you can do anywhere you want, and pretty much the place is covered in red. But what about some of our more liberal cities? Are people actually donating in liberal areas? Well, here is one. We have Inglewood, California, Huntington Park. So this is all California area of LA. And look at this. Look at this. And surprisingly, more people, even right along the coastline, are donating to President Trump. This is in LA. And LA is not the only one. Let's look over at San Diego here. Here we have San Diego. We have huge chunks here, right, of people donating. You can even zoom out some, and big chunks over here. And not just San Diego. Let's look over at, I believe this one here is New York. Yes, look at that. People in New York are even supporting the president. And here we have Michigan, right? Michigan, I believe, is where we at. We have Detroit, Michigan. Look at that. Look at that. Just tons of people all along the area. So if you want to find out your area and who supports, you can look it up. But there you have it. Chances are you're on the list. Now, I didn't show you guys this, but if you click on any one of those little red icons or blue icons, you can get their name, their address, and how much they've donated to the president. I obviously couldn't do that. I didn't want to accidentally spill someone's name and address out loud for the public eyes like this website has done. But that's exactly what they're doing. The intent of the creator of this website was basically to incite tension politically. They want people to attack their neighbors, label their neighbors, go after their neighbors because they supported the president of the United States. I just can't see how that's legal or they're able to get away with it. This is the left inciting violence and chaos within the United States of America. I'm against that. And this is exactly what they've done. But you know what? Like I said before, we can turn this around on them. I think we could use it for good. Because here's the thing. Seeing how many people support the president gives me so much hope for 2020. And seeing how many people donated to him gives me a whole heck of a lot of hope. And the thing is, I think we should use it and start befriending those people. Get together, form communities. Because you know what? There's so many of us out there who support the president. And I think that map proved it. We shouldn't be afraid to go out in a hat supporting the president or a shirt that says vote for 2020, vote for President Trump. Because now we know that if Democrats win the election, it is 100% because of election fraud. Just look at the map of how many people donate to the president of the United States of America. And I'm going to amen myself there. With that, you can see my little cutie pie here. He's doing well. This is my badito. Say hi, Chucho. Hi. So if you heard a little noise, that's him snoring. But with that, please make sure you subscribe to Restricted Republic. I opened up a new platform with Justice Night, and lots of good things. I get to put additional censored content there, more videos than what I have here on YouTube. Obviously, I'm going to be on YouTube until I'm forced off. But in the meantime, this is a way to keep my audience for when that day or if that day happens. So anyhow, go to restrictedrepublic.com and subscribe there to get more real uncensored content. Anyhow, thanks again for tuning in. I'm Lisa Haven, signing out.